Hey guys, welcome back in this video, and today we are going to learn how to create user accounts. Okay, or creating RightFax user accounts using Enterprise Fax Manager. I hope this will give you a clear idea how you can create RightFax users. Okay, so in this, uh, I will take one highlighter first of all. Okay, so every RightFax user in your organization must be assigned a unique ID, okay, or user ID. So every user will have a unique user ID and profile on the RightFax server. Simple. For example, you have one RightFax server and you have 10 employees. So they will have 10 user ID created on your RightFax server as well as profile. Very simple. Apart from this, the RightFax server uses the user ID to assign ownership, to send faxes and route received faxes to their intended recipient. So for example, if any fax is coming to XYZ user, so it goes to server's responsibility to forward that to that particular user. Okay, for example, user 1 is sitting here and if any fax is coming, so if user 1 information is not available here to identify where is that user, that fax will not be delivered to that intended user. That is the role of user ID here. Okay, and if user 2 want to send, it will have what kind of permission is available to user to send that fax. So this is how user ID play a role while sending and receiving faxes. Now the user account settings determine each user's access to the to and usage of the system. That is what I was talking about. What kind of permission, what kind of ownership is given to that particular user is defined by that user ID or settings. Okay, on that particular account. To open the user list of users, where you have to go to Enterprise Fax Manager, left side, this side you will see users. Okay, and if you click, the list of users appear in the right. So this side users will, you can see users, and the list of the list always includes the default users. So default users created by system or server will see. First of all, you will see. Okay, so let's see whether it is okay or not, or right or not. So this is my RightFax server. Okay, I'm just going to log into this, and let me log in. I will use my uh, administrator account because some issue is there with my service account. Okay, the start button is not working, so I'm just using administrator account as a service account. So here I have logged in and I want to go to, I'm using service account, so this start programs are not coming, so I'm just going with administrator as a service account. Okay, so what we have to do here, we have to go to, once again it is not coming, so here we can find RightFax, we can search RightFax. Okay, nothing coming. Let me see. Enterprise. This is one issue sometime we face. This should come up. Okay, else I will have to reinstall it. Should come like this. Open text. It's not going down. Don't know what is wrong with this. So guys, now it is open. Okay, I just restarted it, and we have to go to left hand side. I told you here to check users and then default users, list of default users. So you can see here I am at left hand side and user tab is there. Okay, if I click here, it is asking me for username and password. So I am just using administrator. Now you can see right hand side, these are the default users. The first one is you can see default id, okay, and administrator second one, and third one is walkup. So if you look at this column, it says default for new user and administrator and walkup, and a couple of things you can see this side. For example, root code you can see, group you can see, faxes, subscriber id it seems, okay, and root type you can see, and root format you can see. So these are the property, you can say the basic information about that particular user. So these are default users. We have not created any user here as of now manually. We have not added any user as of now. Okay, so that is what we are going to learn in this video, how you can create users. So you can see here these are the default users. Okay, default, administrator and walkup. Now so you can see here there are a couple of icons. They will tell you about id basically. Okay, user id. So administrator, you can see this kind of icon, and read only administrator and user management. Apart from this, a user can send and receive faxes. Okay, so it has separate property or permissions. So user management administrator, who can create, edit and delete and enable and disable user account, and this is called user management administrator. And read only administrator is can view the settings for administrative item such as user account, billing code and cover sheets. And administrator can perform all the administrative functions in RightFax. Here, apart from the 1 2 3 4 users, there are some more. One is unprotected. Okay, unprotected can send and receive faxes. Other users can view, manipulate and delete faxes from this mailbox. And disabled users cannot send faxes. And synchronized account, combined with the icon, you can see it has plus green here. Okay, and it has different one. Combined with the icon for a user or administrator shows that the account was created from and is maintained by external database source using the RightFax sync module. So we have one RightFax sync module. If we have any other user in Active Directory, we can sync those users. Okay, any change to user synchronized with another application must be made in the other application, not in RightFax. So for example, I'm using any other third application where users are created. So if I want to change any property, I should change here only, not on RightFax. Okay, you should take care of this one. Now let's see further about default users. So guys, RightFax bases the creation of new users, including those created through importing, synchronizing or automatic enrollment on the user profile of the default user. It is good practice to customize the default user profile with the attributes of the majority of your fax users. Okay, and you need to be very careful here. Caution. So do not delete or rename the default user ID. It is required for many functions, and deleting or renaming it could lead to uh, parts of RightFax not functioning as intended. So you should not delete and rename default users. You should keep it as it is, and if used, The profile setting for Active Directory synchronization overwrite any user profile setting of the default user. And apart from this, creating, deleting, copying, and editing users. So if you want to create new user, what you have to do? Okay, these are the uh, steps. The first step to create new user. Okay, and in this, what you have to use? First of all, you need to give. It will take you to edit user tab or this window. So here you have to go to identification. Inside that identification, first of all, you need to assign user ID. Okay, so you can see here default is mentioned, so you need to give one user ID. So in the user ID box, enter a unique ID. Okay, I will show you. For new user, we are creating new user now, and all other boxes are optional. Okay, so you can see one thing here, use integrated Windows anti-security. So if you are using Active Directory domain controller, you can connect this, you can select this option and select your anti account. Automatically that ID will be populating here. Okay, and you need to give group ID, you need to give if you want any voice mail subscriber ID, email address, any mobile address, or apart from this, mm, you need to give password and all. But if you are using NT, then automatically it will take from there only. I will show you. uh, Now you can see here the new user has same attribute as default user ID, and except for user ID, username, password, and distinct name. Okay, to copy users from one server to another server, we will see it later. First of all, let's see what we have here to create. So as of now, you can see we have 3 user only, but I have Active Directory. Okay, I have Active Directory. Definitely every organization will have Active Directory, and Active Directory users only will remain core users for every communication. So I can I want to show you here. So throughout my organization, whatever application I am using, I will create on my Active Directory only. Okay, so this is my Active Directory RightFax domain. Okay, now if I go to users, I created RightFax team. So I have admin. Okay, admin RightFax. One group is there as a R admin, RightFax admin, and RF admin. One user. This is my service account. Apart from this, I have employees, 3 employees I created, and I want these 3 users to use RightFax, so I can sync or I can add these users. I have 2 way. Okay, that is how we can use it. So let me create one more user here in front of you only. I'm just creating user 4. Okay, copy it and put down user 4, a password. So we have created one user here, finish 4 users. Okay, now I want these users in RightFax server. So here only you need to go user, just give new, and you need to give. See, I didn't put anything, but I just selected this option and I'm just selecting NT account. Okay, so you can see it is taking me domain and account I need to give here. Okay, so user one I'm giving, give okay. So you can see it is telling you linked to rightfax.com. Okay, here you can see, and here also I can give like unique ID. For example, I'm giving AZRF123, and username I can give username. Once again I will give user one only, and if I want to give any, I can give any distinct name also. For example, I'm giving a okay, just example I'm putting here. Okay guys, I gave this kind of thing, and I can give any email ID also here. organization email ID if user has, and click OK. So you can see it is telling the fax number. So as of now the routing code is entered already, given to someone. It is coming like that. So you can see routing code 100 is given to default user, and 1000 is given to this one, and 0 for administrator. So what is happening here, if I go to routing, 100 is coming to this user also. Okay, that is why that error is coming. So we can change it later on, no problem. So as of now I am just giving same thing. So you can see we have added one user here. Okay, this user came, simple. And similarly we can use add other user also. Apart from this we have sync module also here. Okay, for example this synchronizing external users, so that we will see in coming up video. Okay, and if you go to service also, you will see one service sync module, this sync module. So we can use this sync module also to uh, get users in bulk here. Okay, and sync. So as of now I am showing you adding from here only. So if you want to add second user also, you can add second user also. Just give second one. So you can see this password got invisible. Okay, because we are using integrated active directory. So here it will use the same password which is available on active directory. Okay, and click here, so you can see two user came. Okay guys, similarly you can add 3 4 also. User 3, we can see user id, username we need to give. Okay, so we have added 3 user. And if you go to property of any users, you can see same thing is coming. This is identification, and now it has lots of tabs. Okay, for example permissions, routing, default outbound settings, automatic printing, default inbound setting. Okay, notification. So these are the settings we can configure, we need to configure for that particular user. Okay guys, so that is all we will learn in coming up videos. Okay, surely I will record separate videos and all, one by one. So here we will see couple of things. For example, if you want to copy user from one server to another server, so we have created users. For example, here I have only one server. Okay, so I have one server, I connected one server only. For example, I have one more server, so that also I can connect. So that will be coming beneath this, and I can manage both of them. Now I want to copy this user 3 from win R2 to win R3 if I have another server. So in that condition, what can I do? So how can I do? So I can simply select the user or users in the list and drag it to the next one. Okay, next server, simple. And for this we need to configure couple of preferences. This I have already spoken about in my last video. Couple of videos I uploaded and discussed about preferences, how we can set up it. So if I go to, I will show you once again. So here only, okay, we need to go to preferences, and while copying user, okay, user copy default. So what kind of information you want to copy and what kind of information you want to leave, that we can define from user copy defaults. Okay, so this is what you can do it. You can drag any user from this to another server. So as of now we don't have. I will set up one more server and show you how faxes deliver from one server to another server. That time we will see, we will learn about it. Now if you want, this is what we have understood. Now let's see, if you want to edit the properties of an existing user, what does it mean actually? So if you have any already existing user, for example this default user, and if you want to edit property, what you can do, you can just go to this, right click or double click. Okay, and you can change the property. You can see here, you can change permission, routing, And all, for example, you don't want to give 100 to this, you want 100. Okay, so let's see, click OK. So you can see here this routing code got changed. This is how you can edit properties of any user. Now the next one, to delete a user account. Deleting a user account is also very simple. You can go to any user, just right click and you have delete option, you have manage delegates, you have edit a stamp, edit profile picture, disable account. Okay, so you just need to right click and perform whatever is required. So I told you about delete user also and disabling also. So this much information in this video, guys. Just wanted to show you how you can create user in RightFax. Okay, and even if you don't want to, if you don't want to sync with Active Directory, let's see, I am here. Okay, and I'm just giving new and uh, user 5. I'm not using Active Directory, so in that condition I need to give password. Sorry, password here, username simple, what I give user file. Okay, here you can give password. Okay, and create user, so that is also available here. So guys, I hope you understood very clearly how we can create RightFax users. And if you feel it is informative and if you are learning something, please do subscribe, like, share and comment. And in next video we are going to discuss about editing RightFax user account properties. Okay, because it is a very lengthy one, I will discuss it in separate videos. It can be multiple videos because I cannot create very lengthy video, and I will create separate. So the situation is, or the next step is this: we need to go to property. Okay, user edit and configure one by one every tab. What is this? What is this? What are on policies are that? What and all already configured by default. Okay, so for that only thing can help you, and that is to stay with channel. I will meet you in next video. Till then, bye bye.